Hello everyone. So as this month is the month of February and is traditionally at least associated with love and cookies and relationships, I decided to take a page out of Peruse Project's most recent videos and tell you my top 3 literary favorite couples. And so I did try really hard to come up with 5, because usually top 5s are what you do. But sitting there and thinking about it, I was just pulling a lot of characters from the same kind of authors or the same sort of story, and I didn't really want to do that because I didn't think it was interesting. But at the same time, I also don't want to just pull ships out of nowhere because they don't matter to me and they don't mean anything to me. So the 3 that are in this list are ones that I have actively really enjoyed in the story, and they're ones that are definitely still enduring and I still care about despite having finished the books like a bazillion years ago. So coming in at number 3 is Aragorn and Arwen from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, a books which technically I have not read, to be fair, and I think this year I'm going to give maybe The Hobbit or The Fellowship of the Ring a go to see how I like it. But I really loved Aragorn and Arwen in the movies so much, and I just wanted them to work out all the time, and it was just really great for me that they did, and I was really happy about it, and that was probably the thing I cared the most about in the movies, because obviously they were going to destroy the ring, and I just wanted to make sure that Aragorn and Arwen got together. I really liked that their relationship, you know, they come from different cultures and they're trying to make it work, and that, you know, everyone vaguely is against them to a certain extent. I mean, I guess not everyone, mostly just Elrond, and they just care so much, and it really showed, basically, and that's why I really like them a lot. Coming in at number 2, which for some of my friends will be surprising, is Anne Elliot and Frederick Wentworth from Jane Austen's Persuasion. So a lot of people might be surprised that I'm not picking Elizabeth and Darcy from Pride and Prejudice, because that's like everyone's forever OTP. And while they're great and everything, and I do obviously care about them, I love Anne and Frederick so much. What I really love about them is that, for those who haven't read the book, is that they are together, and then before the book starts, they're together, and then they get broken up, and for 7 years they don't see each other. And when the book starts, it's kind of like around the first time that they see each other again, and gradually they have to like relearn that they love each other and those kinds of things. And I just love that their romance endures. They always love each other, they always care about each other. And I think the other thing I really like about the 2 characters, and that's partially why I really like the ship so much, is that they grow a lot, and that they change, and that they do different things. Anne starts out very, you know, quiet and pensive, and she always kind of does what her family wants, and then towards the end of the book, she's obviously not doing what her family wants. And I just think it's one of those kinds of things where I like that her heroine in this case, as well as the hero, the love interest guy, you know, they make mistakes, they learn, and they grow and they change, where I feel like with some of the other ones, the characters are always so confident already that you don't really see a lot of progress, I guess, kind of with them when you do. But with everyone else, you know, you sort of don't. So that's kind of why I like them so much. Mostly, again, the enduring love is really just number 1 in my heart. And my number 1 favorite literary couple is Ron and Hermione from Harry Potter. So let me tell you, I was really upset when J.K. Rowling basically decided to editorialize her own canon and say, no, I really think that Hermione and Harry should have gotten together. No. Ron and Hermione make tons of sense, and I have always felt that way, especially book 4 was when it happened, when the whole Yule Ball thing was going on. I'm like, they obviously are in love and have to be together forever. And just basically reading all the books and trying to find the parts and trying to get them together, and then the 7th book, when it happens, is very rewarding. And the reason it's so rewarding is because it's so, I mean, just first off, from a literary sense, it's so typical and it's so boring if Hermione and Harry got together. Like, in every kind of book, you always have the main dude and the main girl get together, and that's really boring and not interesting. And I think what's really great about the Ron and Hermione thing is that it also makes a lot of sense. Harry spends, like, all of book 5 by himself, like, chilling, being all depressed and doing his, like, angsty teen thing. And Hermione and Ron are always together. They always have to worry about Harry. They always have to try to help him through his stuff, and they always, I'm sure, talk about him and just figure things out about him when he wasn't around. So, like, it makes sense that they would be spending a lot of time together anyway when all of this junk is going down. And the other thing, too, that I love about them is that Hermione is, like, that fun, like, the cool, like, book-smart girl, which I always admire in terms of characters. And Ron is just really funny and, like, the silly guy, and I just like that that is what works together. You know, that Ron is brave, but he's not Harry brave, he's not Neville brave, he's just a guy who's in the situation and is doing the best that he can to make it work. And again, the other thing, too, that I also really like about their relationship is that it progresses and it takes time for them to realize that they like each other and they care about each other more than just as friends. And it's not some instant attraction thing. You know, it's a long-seated 7-book process for them to get together, and I think that's something else I really liked. And, you know, it probably doesn't hurt that I feel like I related to Hermione a lot in the books, and Ron is sort of like the guy I would want to have gone for, I guess, if of the group of men. So that probably is part of it, too. probably also my first OTP, so they're always going to have, like, a special place in my heart. So yeah, so those are my top 3 literary couples. I got some honorable mentions that I kind of left out because I felt like they were uninteresting. Are Knightley and Emma from Jane Austen's Emma. They're also great, as well as the Emma-approved versions of them. If you don't know what Emma-approved is, I will link it in the description down below. And also, Faramir and Éowyn from Lord of the Rings also deserve honorable mention because I really love them a lot, and I like that their relationship, again, kind of develops over time and sort of just, like, gradually happens, and it just makes sense. So what are your favorite literary couples? You know, your top 5, your top 3, your number 1, any of them. I'd love to hear what they are in the comments, especially also include what they're from, because sometimes you don't know. But yeah, so that is my top couples for this month. I hope you're doing great, and I hope you have a great evening, day, night, you know, whatever you choose to watch this. Thank you for watching. Bye.